Our second missionary letter this evening is from Calvary Independent Baptist Church, Brother Rampersad. Brother K. Wall and K. Rampersad are missionaries to Trinidad and Tobago. Newsletter. Christian greetings to each and every one. Trust this letter finds you all doing well and enjoying the goodness of our loving Savior. Coronavirus pandemic. Since my last newsletter, our confirmed COVID-19 cases have risen from 128 to over 3,000, plus confirmed cases, and from 8 to 85 deaths in our second stage. Mask wearing is now mandatory, and the fine is $1,000 on the first offense and $2,000 on the second and $5,000 on the third. The church was on lockdown during the first stage for 4.5 months. We were then allowed to keep church for 4 weeks. Now we are on the second wave of lockdown. Our schools, private and public, colleges and universities are all in lockdown mode until January 2021, and it is my belief that the church would be the last institution to reopen. No visitation of friends or families are allowed. No gathering of more than 5 is allowed, which means our door-to-door visitation programs are on hold. The church is virtually at a standstill. We were even told by the government no live streaming on Facebook, but later was given the green light to do so. We cannot have no more than 10 people for funerals and weddings. Sorry, I had to miss the funeral of some of my family, friends, and villagers. Personal update. As you know, I would be 72 years old of age in January. Now that is old in my country, and having orthostatic hypotension, which is responsible for my constant dizziness. In the past 4 months, I fell 4 times. However, this past week, I fell over backwards and hit my head on the bed and was out cold. I have now been diagnosed with costochondritis after having gone to 5 specialist doctors and almost $10,000 in medical bills. Lab tests, blood work, and CT scan. I'm in constant pain. The doctors have me on complete bed rest now for over 2 months with a handful of tablets 3 times a day. Please pray for me. Also pray for Kay, as she too has her share of physical problems. Brother Andy has been assisting me since January of 2019. I baptized him at the age of 8 while at Chin Chin Baptist Church. Today he is with me at Calvary Independent Baptist Church, assisting with visitations and doing quite a lot of the preaching. We certainly miss not being able to assemble as we usually do each Lord's Day. Kay and I sincerely thank our 15 supporting churches for keeping us on the field. Some have dropped us temporarily due to this pandemic, and I fully understand, as we cannot have church and there's a limited source of income coming in. I personally have to carry the utility expenses of the church. May the good, sweet Lord continue to richly bless and meet your every need. His servant, Brother Rampersad. If you would be so kind enough to send me an email address to which I could send my newsletter, I would be most thankful. Now, if you would take a few minutes of your time, pray for the Rampersads, pray for their physical and health conditions, and pray for their ministry at Calvary Independent Baptist Church in Trinidad in the West Indies. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.